A good dungeoneer knows that the equipment you choose can mean the difference between victory and being sent back to camp. You're about to learn all about enchantments, artifacts, weapons, and strats to help you win. Welcome to another Dungeon Buddy item walkthrough. It's time to master Minecraft Dungeons. In this video, we're going to be discussing all the weapons you can find on the Minecraft Dungeons mainland. The Axe. This weapon has great damage and a spin attack that covers the entire area around you, but it can be slow and you have to be surrounded in order to maximize damage, which is not a situation you want to be in. The Broadsword. It's a simple weapon that has fantastic damage and range, but it's a little slow. Luckily, its power and range can deal with a group of mobs efficiently. The Claymore. It may have slow speed and no combo, but its pushback can make it difficult for mobs to get close to you. It has one of the best damage ranges among the common and rare melee weapons. The Cutlass. It has decent power and area and a combo attack that can deal good damage if all attacks hit. It can deal with a small group of mobs easily, but is outshined by other weapons with better stats. The Daggers. It has one of the faster attack speeds among all the melee weapons, but its damage and area are bad. This can make fighting a group of mobs difficult, and it's much better against a single target with the right enchantments. The Dark Katana. Perfect for fighting off waves of the undead, but against any other enemy, it's not very effective because it doesn't do the maximum amount of damage. The Diamond Pickaxe. The weapon is basically the same thing as a normal pickaxe, but with the added bonus of enemies dropping more emeralds, making it easier for you to farm and buy a better weapon. The Diamond Sword. It's just like the regular sword, but it does have increased damage, making it more reliable and well-rounded. The Double Axe. This is a devastating weapon with amazing damage and a spin attack that covers the area all around you. You can defeat large groups within a matter of moments. The Eternal Knife. This weapon is great for soul builds because it has long reach and can hit multiple mobs with one thrust. It's recommended for getting the most souls possible, but its drawback is its slow speed. The Fangs of Frost. This weapon is one of the fastest in the game and its slow effect can help you with fighting mobs, but its low damage and area makes it less effective against groups. The Fighter's Bindings. This is one of the best weapons in the games because it has the fastest attack speed and can deal a lot of damage with its combos. Its high speed goes really well with enchantments that create an overpowering effect when using the right ones. The Flail. It's a hard-hitting weapon that deals good damage in front of you, but it's not a dungeoneer's weapon of choice. The Frost Sythe. The damage and area make it a great weapon for dealing with crowds, and its slow effect can help you out even more. It's perfect for soul builds as it can easily collect souls by knocking down mobs. The Gauntlets. They're one of the faster weapons, and with the right enchantments, they can create damaging combos. The Glaive. It's a long-range weapon that allows you to strike mobs from a safe distance and kill them before they can reach you.
The Grave Bane. Just like the Glaive, this is a long-reaching weapon that's better against the undead, so if you're not fighting mobs with them, you're better off with something else. The Great Hammer. It's a powerful hammer that can hit multiple mobs in one strike, making it the perfect strat for large groups of enemies. The Hammer of Gravity. This is better off for people who can take a lot of hits and are more of a tank class. It does great damage, and combined with the gravity effect, it pulls everyone in for destruction. The Hawkbrand. This weapon has good damage and an okay area of effect, but its strength is critical hit chance. However, you swing so slow that critical hits rarely ever happen. The Heartstealer. This weapon has fantastic damage and a good area pushback effect. Its strength lies in its ability to deal massive amounts of damage and hit multiple enemies as well as heal yourself. The Highland Axe. This weapon has good damage and a decent range, but its effect is pretty useless. Its stun chance is low, and your attack speed will barely get any stuns. The Jailer's Scythe. It's as good as a normal scythe, but with the added bind and chaining effect, it doesn't really make it any better, so choosing this or a normal scythe is up to you. The Katana. It's a strong weapon with a wide area of effect and can cut down crowds of mobs easily. The Mace. This weapon focuses on power, but even then, it's not that powerful. The Master's Katana. This weapon has great raw damage and a chance of increasing that damage with critical hits. The downside is it swings so slowly that critical hit chances aren't likely to happen often. The Maulers. These are pretty good gauntlets, and its combo makes it slower than the fighter's bindings, but it can be more powerful per hit. It's a great weapon, but of course there are better alternatives. The Nameless Blade. This weapon has decent stats, but it's nothing crazy. If you don't have good armor, it can definitely help you by weakening enemies. The Nightmare's Bite. This weapon has good speed, good damage, and its poison effect makes it better at fighting large mobs, something its common version struggles with. The Pickaxe. This weapon is reliable just like the sword, although it has average damage per second. The Sickles. These melee weapons are good on single targets, but it doesn't have the power or area to be effective with large mobs. The Soul Fist. These bad boys are amazing. They boast awesome attack speed, and combined with its critical hit boost, souls make it pretty powerful. Of course, you'll need the souls before you start hitting hard, but once you get them, you're dealing massive damage per second. The Soul Knife. It has good damage and can be used in soul builds, but it's slow and it has a tough time against large groups. The Soul Sythe. It's a great weapon to deal with mobs and can cause multiple souls to drop quickly, plus if you have the right enchantments, it's a pretty badass weapon. The Spear. It has solid stats, a long reach, and damage can take care of mobs before they get close enough to hurt you. The Stormlander. If you want to feel like Thor inside Minecraft dungeons, then this weapon gives you the added bonus of firing lightning bolts. However, you kinda swing slow, so you might not be seeing too much lightning. The Sword. Reliable, good damage, nice speed and range. It's an all-around good weapon. The Last Laugh. It functions the same as the sickle, but with the added benefit of enemies dropping more emeralds. So still not great for large mobs, but good for a payday. The Truthseeker. This weapon deals massive damage with one hit, and it also has a little bit of range. So if you don't take them out with the first one, the second one will surely bring them down. The Venom Glaive. It has good range and alright damage, but suffers from lackluster speed, which makes the poison not activate as much as you'd like it to. The Whirlwind. This weapon has great damage and an awesome area of effect. With its spin move combined with shock waves, you can shred through groups of mobs quickly, like butter. The Whispering Spear. This is a long-range weapon that deals a lot of damage from a distance. It also has a chance to strike twice, which can help increase the output. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be seeing you soon.